welcome back to Delightfully Dysfunctional Therapist Reacts, and today I'm reacting to an artist that I have known of. I actually have seen him in concert a few times, so I'm going to be honest, I've heard this song, and there are hot takes about that. However, I've not listened to this music video, and in terms of just being able to respond to music that moves me deeply, I thought that this would be a really fitting song. So this is Fear of Water by the band SYML. SYML is a one-man band of Brian Fennell, and Brian Fennell was also the lead singer for a band called Barcelona. So a little bit of history, and just like personally, he did some producing for my husband's songs several years ago now, but there's a slight personal connection, which is really cool. Not that I've met him or anything. It's just like a fun fact, I suppose, about my husband. And I'm really excited to watch the music video for Fear of Water and just be transported because his music is so powerful. So if this is your introduction, welcome to SYML.
Some ancient call that I've answered before. It lives in my walls, and it's under the floor. If this was meant for me, why does it hurt so much? And if you're not made for me, why did we fall in love?
Okay. I'm a big fan of contemporary dance and just like seeing, again, like it's another medium to just like feel emotion and embody emotion, much like music and song. So I'm super into that. And it just got to that scene where it's like sacred geometry is kind of thrown into the mix. So I think that that's really cool because to me that symbolizes a lot of serendipity and kind of the natural law and order of things. And the lyric that we just left in this section, if it was meant for me, why does it hurt so much? And if you're not made for me, why did we fall in love? It's like anyone who's experienced heartbreak has probably felt a mix of that before. And oh man, that pain is so challenging. And even in terms of things that it's not a partnership or romantic love, but there's so many things that cause hurt and pain and suffering in our lives. And that thought of, if this was meant for me, like, why does it hurt so much? And the opening lines, I also just really love, like, some ancient call I've answered before. It lives in my walls and it's under the floor. To me, my interpretation, again, you are free to have your own, and I so welcome it. But I speak a lot about how we are human beings and we are spiritual creatures having this human experience for this time. And I think there's this little soul seed in us. And so this kind of speaks to that. There's some ancient call. It's in my bones. It's like, it's in my walls. So there's this yearning for a deeper connection too. And so many of SYML's songs are just about the complexities of being human, which I love because those are discussions that I enjoy having. So I'm going to try and not be long-winded, you guys, but here we go. Let's listen to some more SYML.
We fall in love. Knock at my door. I thought I was alone, unaware of what I thought I needed. I dropped like a stone. If I'm not mistaken, then I was the last to know. And if you return for me, I'd never want for more. You're dislocated, don't be like
I live in the Pacific Northwest, so I just love these like forest bathing types of scenes and connection to nature. For me, that is definitely where I feel my most connected. And I think this being human, the difficulty very often is feeling a disconnection, not just from each other and from seeing the light in each other and the relationships that we have, but in feeling disconnected from a higher, like our sense of our higher self or spirit, or, insert the God, anything that fits what you believe. And to me, I guess I see a lot of ache and pain in that. And even when we find real beautiful love, a lot of it is us seeing the divine or seeing that light, that otherness in our partner. And so when we are heartbroken, I think it's just this ache for that connection that feels even like a whiff of that higher self or to spirit. And that's my own interpretation. Again, there's nothing about this song that is talking about spirituality, but in terms of just the movements and incorporating like sacred geometry, thinking about the ancient call that we've all had, and maybe it's just to love, like the ancient call to love. I think that's definitely that's our highest good for any of us, even in fear. Those are some of my thoughts, but it's just really mesmerizing for me to watch people do like contemporary dance. I think it's so cool.
See your face when I black out. I'm never coming back.
There's so much uncertainty in this being human. And, even if I didn't have the music that I was listening to and the lyrics, there's so much emotion being communicated through their movements. Like they say dislocated, don't be like that, right? But dislocated, I'm also just feeling like dissociated or disconnected. And when we're disconnected, we feel like incongruent. There's tension in us. And there are definitely these scenes where their dance movements showed that tension or anxiety. And then these scenes of like relief and freedom and so much of, the feeling trapped in our humanness, in our traumas, in the pains, and in the way that we avoid them, as well as feeling that access to freedom of just being able to tolerate more situations and scenarios and people. That's what freedom is. I felt that really embodied in this song. I really enjoy SYML. So if this is your introduction, I really recommend you check him out. I just saw SYML at the Seattle Symphony last week for my husband's birthday. It was part of his gift, and it was so amazing. I felt very moved. And this is a very different type of music than what I typically react to, but I'm wanting to open it up to some things that really spark joy for me. Not that the typical songs that I've been reacting to don't, but this is someone who I've been listening to for a while. So thank you for your curiosity, for your time, and joining me in this reaction, in our first reaction of SYML's works. And if you are a fan of SYML, I'd be curious about what song you might enjoy seeing me react to, or if you have a favorite SYML song. And also if you enjoyed this and perhaps it was your first try with his music. Thank you so much. And if you want to learn more about what we're doing with Delightfully Dysfunctional, it's really an atmosphere. It is a culture that we're wanting to create of curiosity and of compassion, that we're all allowed to have different interpretations and reflections of the deep music that we all enjoy. That's why you're here, listening to things that make you feel something and connect to others. I am a psychotherapist and life coach, Keilani Mason, and you can find more about me at coachkeilani.com, as well as a couple of freebies if you're wanting to enhance your own personal insight, your own transformation, because we are always learning and growing, and we all have blind spots. And this song also kind of pointed out some of those things, really being able to look at those areas of our life with honesty and sincerity. So I invite you on that healing journey with me. And if you are interested in doing some life coach work with me, you can also schedule that discovery call at coachkeilani.com. There are some openings that I have for clients if you're wanting to do that deep dive into the work of healing your trauma and living a more fulfilled and purposeful life. Thank you so much for joining me here on Delightfully Dysfunctional, and please check out some of our other content, whether it is reactions to other musical artists or it's our podcast, where we have a lot of exciting content related to mental health and the human condition, as well as psychedelic healing. So I'd love to check you out and see you pop up in the comments and just be involved in the community. I would love if you would give us the joy of your subscription to our channel. It means the world if you could like and subscribe as we continue growing. And I'm just sending a lot of care and kindness to you wherever you are in the world. Please give us your suggestions for other music videos to react to, and we will see you in the next one.